Hey YouTube, this is your girl, Queen ZZ. Well, I'm here with another video about the do's and don'ts on natural and relaxed hair. If you're interested in this video, just keep watching. Hey you guys, well, I got something good for you today. Today I'm going to be talking about the do's and don'ts on your hair, and it goes for natural or relaxed hair. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. Let's start off with tip number one. Tip number one, protect your hair, okay? Protect your hair. I cannot say this enough. Make sure that you protect your hair. You have to protect your hair. That means sleeping on silk pillowcases, satin pillowcases. Do not use a cotton pillowcase because cotton pillowcases will dry out your hair, okay? Girls, I can't say this enough. Protect your hair, okay? That's tip number one. Tip number two is to shampoo, okay? Some people will tell you don't shampoo. Some people tell you girl shampoo. Some people tell you barely shampoo your hair, but that's not true. Make sure to shampoo your hair at least once a month, okay? That means if you have to get a clarifying shampoo, use a clarifying shampoo just on the scalp, not on the hair, okay? Do not put shampoo on the hair, because when you wash your hair and you start from the top and all that good stuff, when you go to rinse it, it's going to come down the hair itself and still clean the hair. So don't be afraid to just wash just your scalp, okay? Make sure to shampoo, okay? Tip number two is going to be to co-wash. You have to co-wash. I cannot say this enough. You have to co-wash, okay? There are products in the store. They sell co-wash products that you can use, and they are really good for your hair. It keeps your hair moisturized. It keep it, just very well protected. It gives it that, uh, you know. Anyway, yeah, go ahead and co-wash your hair. You can also use conditioner. You can use conditioners. Take a couple of conditioners, put them together. The ones that you agree for your hair. Put them together, girl. Put them in your hair. Um, and co-wash. You can co-wash at least two or three times in a month. You can co-wash. Co-washing is very good for the hair. It really is. It really is. It really is. It keeps the hair hydrated. It is very good for the hair. So I'm gonna say deep condition for tip number 4. Okay. And y'all, this is very important. You have to deep condition your hair, okay? Deep conditioning is where you get conditioner, you get a good deep conditioner. You can make your own. You can put conditioner together, put your drops of oil in there to penetrate the hair. Sit on the dryer for at least 25 to 35 minutes, okay? If you don't have a dryer, go ahead and put that deep conditioner in your hair and keep it on for at least 45 minutes with a plastic cap. Because what's going to happen is your scalp is going to form its own heat. It's going to help it to do its thing on its own if you just sit there and wait. And 45 minutes is really not long. If while you're doing that, you can read a book. Some people like to stay on social media and play on their phones. Anything to pass time. But always deep condition your hair. Deep conditioning is very well good for your hair. It also helps to hydrate the hair. It keeps the hair moisturized. It keeps it from being dry and brittle and all types of stuff. So deep conditioning is very important, okay? Drink lots of water. Tip number 5, okay? I cannot say this enough. Y'all, I drink water after water after water all day. Okay? Now, don't drink too much water to where you be having loose bowels or some type of problem to where you have to see the doctor. But I would recommend at least a half a gallon of water to a gallon of water a day. It is perfectly safe. I do it all the time. I've been doing it for years, And I can really say that drinking lots of water really helped with my skin, y'all. It really did. It helped with my hair, with just a lot. So make sure to drink a lot of water, y'all. Hydration is a must. You must have O2. O2, O2, O2. I cannot say this enough. Drink lots of water, y'all. Stay away from the coffee and the teas and the cool drinks and all that good stuff, which you can treat yourself every now and then to that if you're into that. But water is the key. So remember, ladies, drink lots of water. Okay? And for tip, tip number 6. Okay? Tip number 6 is to do not use styles in your hair that will break your hair. Okay? Don't. There are crochet braids that will actually tug and pull at your hair. Any type of hairstyling that are heavy to your hair, and it's just, you can tell when it's heavy because it is going to be tight and it's going to be very uncomfortable. That I would not recommend you to do because it will tug and pull at your hair and it will pull from the roots. So you don't want that, because if you do that, then you're going to see nothing but problems. See-through hair is what I call it. You're going to have just little short hairs, big hairs, all that. And if you notice, after you take your protective styling out and it's too tight, you will actually see like little white bumps around the hairline, or you'll have a lot more shedding than usual. So ladies, gentlemen, stay away from protective styles that are too tight for your hair, okay? Just stay away from. They are not good for your hair, okay? Tip number 7. Tip number 7 is stay away from heat. Okay, y'all, so I'm guilty of staying away from heat. I am. Why? Because I have been showing, family members, people, and even you guys how I flat iron my hair and how beautiful it is when it is flat iron. But the truth is, you have to stay away from heat as much as you can. I'm not saying stay away from heat forever, because obviously, girl, I do it. Lots of people do it, and we just do it because we like that sleek, beautiful, shiny look. And yeah, so, but just stay away from heat as much as you can. I would recommend staying away from heat, at least if you're going to flat iron your hair, do it once a year, maybe, or twice a year, once every 6 months. That is perfectly fine. But always remember to use a heat protectant. Anytime you're using heat, whether it's to blow dry or to flat iron, use heat protectant. Don't forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to use heat protectant. You can find heat protectant at any hair store. There's cheap brands. I personally like to use Tresemme heat protectant spray. It is a really, 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 really good heat protectant spray, and I would recommend it to anyone. Okay, so yeah, stay away from heat as much as you can, and yeah, that's a really good tip, y'all. And okay, so tip number 8. Okay, tip number 8 is don't use hair tools that will tug and pull at your hair. Okay, don't do that. No, look at me closely. Don't do that. Stay away from brushes and combs that will actually tug and pull at your hair, okay? Ladies, for you ladies and gentlemen that do have lots of hair like myself, you have a lot of hair, you do want to use a Y2 comb. You can get those combs also at a beauty supply. They're very cheap and affordable. You can get one for like probably 99 cents. But large combs are very, very beneficial for your hair. So I would recommend you use a Y2 comb. When it comes to brushes, I love brushes, especially when you use it for the chase method, because when you do decide to flat iron your hair, it gives you that sleek, shiny look, and not only that, brushes are beneficial for helping with the little small knots and tangles in the hair that the eye doesn't see. But brushes can be harm to the hair. It could be hard on the hair. It could be harm for the hair. So try to stay away from brushes as much as you can. Only use brushes when or after You flat iron your hair because it's going to help, like I said, with those little knots and tangles that you do have. Now, paddle brushes, on the other hand, are very good for your hair because they help with detangling the hair. And they are very, very beneficial when you're blow drying your hair. But it's a certain way you have to use the brush. If you want me to do a video on how to use a paddle brush, or some would call it a wig brush, I'll leave a picture up here about the brush. But yes, if you don't, for those of you that don't know what type of brush I'm talking about, but yeah, that's a really good brush to use. You just have to know how to use it. Now, other appliances that you use in your hair, make sure they don't tug at your hair, they don't pull at your hair, and just be careful with what you use in your hair. Okay, you guys, tip number 9. Okay, tip number 9 is consistency. Okay, consistent. Be consistent. If you're not consistent with your hair and you don't take up a hair regimen, you will not see results. I cannot say this enough. You have to be consistent. Any regimen you have, keep pushing forward, keep moving with it, and I promise you're going to see results. So if it's co-washing, shampooing, protective styling, no heat, whatever is your regimen, and whatever you do with your hair, be consistent with it. Continue to do it over and over and over and over until your hair tells you that it actually don't like it, which that don't happen very often. But be consistent when it comes to your hair. Even when it comes to protective styling, be consistent. Now, what I'm going to say is to keep your hair hydrated when being consistent. You also have to, at least ladies, if you're natural like me, spritz your hair with water. This would be very beneficial for your hair to keep your hair moisturized. And I forgot to say that, but that really is a good tip because it has helped me throughout the years, especially when dealing with dry hair or knots and tangles, especially wearing it curly. As you can see, my hair is getting a little bit up frizzy because it did rain today. But it's okay. It's perfectly fine. So all I have to do is just kind of spritz it, and it's going to pop back up with curls, and then it's going to pop and just stay beautiful. So yeah, that's a good pointer for you guys, and I just thought I should put it out there. Now, we are finally to the end. Tip number 10. Tip number 10. And that is patience. You got to have patience when it comes down to growing your hair, okay? When it comes down to healthy hair, growing your hair, just achieving that goal that your heart been desiring to have, or you've been looking forward to doing, let me tell y'all, you have to be patient. Patience is the key to anything in life. Anything in life, patience is the key. I don't care if it's something that you really wanted in life or something you just been dreaming of. You have to have patience. You have to have patience. So, yeah, woo, patience. Patience is the key. So that's tip number 10 for you guys. And I just wanted to say, remember, faith without works is dead. So if you don't put the work in there, you can have all the faith you want in the world. If you don't put in the work, you won't achieve your goal. So with all of that said and done, be patient and be consistent with all that you do with your hair, and you will see a big difference in your hair. So thank you guys for this video. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can get a notification bell every time I drop a video. And yeah, I love you guys. Tell me what you think about this video, and if you like the tips. I love you guys. And if you would like to see more videos on more tips on hair, because there's a lot to learn, please inform me in the comment box below, and I will get back to you in the next video. So I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Stay tuned to the next